Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah and you're probably wondering why we're looking at all this gorgeous yarn. Well, let's just say I was challenged to do something and I don't back down from a challenge. We are going to make a caterpillar with as many sections as I'm willing to make. Now, she dared me to make 100 sections, but I measured it and I know that's kind of cheating a little bit. But I measured how long that would be and I wouldn't be able to fit it on screen, and 100 sections, my fingers would break off. Like, let's just be real, my hands would literally fall off. So the plan is to crochet a caterpillar with these 6 colors, so a rainbow array, and we're gonna do 6 sections first, see how long that ends up being, and then we will make as many sections as I want. Maybe 15, 30 sections? That's a large jump, maybe around 30 sections. Here's the thing. I want to make a caterpillar that still looks nice. And a caterpillar that looks absurdly long, people might not be able to recognize what it is unless I tell them. And since I try and sell most of my plushies, I don't want to waste my time on something that isn't super cool. So that's where my mindset is at. We're gonna see how many sections I can make before my hands fall off. Well, obviously I don't want my hands to fall off, so before that, if that makes any sense at all. Anyways, I'm sure you can hear the cats meowing. If you can't, then good. So we're just gonna get started. I'm gonna start with pink and then go all the way down, and we're gonna make a rainbow caterpillar. Hopefully it turns out really cute, because this will be a lot of work if it doesn't. So before I get into crocheting, I did want to mention a few things about this pattern and the adjustments I'll probably end up having to make while working on it. So my caterpillar pattern is pretty easy, and I only do 3 sections per caterpillar. Now the thing about crochet is, for the most part, you'll always have the stitches kind of turned towards one direction. So my stitches tend to go this way. Basically what that means is for every body section, the bobbles end up moving just slightly over. So with a longer piece, I would have to worry about this more because I won't be able to just adjust it like that and leave it flat. With a bigger piece, that would, we'd end up spinning all the way around depending on how big we go. So I'll have to keep that in mind while I'm working, and I wanted to mention that just in case you guys want to work along with me, because this is a free pattern on my channel. So I'll have that linked in the description if you want to make your own caterpillar, either a normal size one or one as long as you'd like. So just wanted to mention that real quick, and I'll definitely let you know what I end up doing as we continue on with the body. But first, we will make the head. Now, I was a little bit torn whether or not I should make the head a different color, but I'm just going to start the head off in pink, and we'll go from there. Let's get started! Here is the head finished. I like to stuff after, so it's not stuffed yet. Now we're going to work on our first body section, which is going to be this beautiful orange. And if you can hear the geese, I'm sorry. And there's section number 2. So Sweet Snuggles Light is the yarn that I'm using, and they don't come in a lighter orange, so that's why this orange is a little bit darker than some of the other colors in the group, but I think once everything's tied together it will be fine. I really wish Sweet Snuggles Light came out with some more colors. Not, their colors are already nice, but some more colors would be awesome. Maybe a little bit higher quality colors. I'm sure we all can agree. If you use Michael's brand, Loops and Threads brand, yeah, some quality issues, mainly with the blue yarn. You can see the texture difference, but it is what it is. I paid for it, I'm gonna use it. So now we're gonna move on to the yellow section. So here's where we're at. This would be a normal size caterpillar if I was going to make a normal size caterpillar, which I'm not. My hands are hurting from the bobble stitches. This is normally where I would be finished and then take a little bit of a break and start the next one. If I were making more than one in one sitting. Yeah. So right now I need to make the blue and then the purple. I want to see how much longer I'm willing to go. I want it to be extreme, but not too extreme, since the head is the same size as the body. You know, I don't want it to get lost. So maybe I'll do the rainbow twice at first. But yeah, we'll think about it as we go along. My hands are hurting a little bit, so I think I'll just have a 2-minute break and then finish those last 2 sections because I do want to see it finished. So far, these colors are looking really pretty together though, and I'm pretty excited to keep going. It's already so long and I can't believe I signed up for this. So in all honesty, I'm not going to make it 100 sections, okay? I'm just gonna prepare you now because it would be ridiculously long. I mean, even this is really long, but I want it to be able to like full inchworm style. So I think I'm gonna do the colors one more time and do full inchworm. So 12 sections total. Well, technically 11 sections total, and we'll see how long it is then. And this is crazy though. If I measured this, oh, it would be so long if I did 100 sections. I wouldn't even be able to show you guys on camera. So, also, after the 3rd section, if you want to make an extra long one, I did have to adjust the bobbles, move them in a stitch to make space, and then follow that along here. And I think I'll probably do that for every 3 sections. So we start with the 2 single crochet and then the bobble. I don't know what I'm saying because I got interrupted, but 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet, if that makes any sense. If you're not a crocheter and that doesn't make sense, that's perfectly fine too. But yep, that's where we're at. We're already quite large. This is the regular one. I want you guys to leave a comment down below and let me know if you saw this at a market stand and would you buy it? That's the question. Would you purchase something like this, or one that is 12 sections or 18 sections? Like, would you purchase this? I'm just really curious if you would or not. So make sure to leave a comment if you can and let me know. I'm not trying to get anyone to buy it. I'm just trying to see if anyone would be willing to buy it. Because I think this is gonna be ridiculous. What do you think? As long as enough to curl it up several times. Yeah, we will see. We will be making one more section. I'll see how it goes. Let's do it. So it's currently the next day, and this is the length that I have it at. So there's 11 sections, plus the head it would be 12, and I'm going to keep going. We're going to do another section. I caked some yarn yesterday, so it's all ready for me to work with now. So it's been a while since I worked on this caterpillar, and I'm a little disappointed in myself, but we're gonna finish it, or at least work on it today. I do have some errands to run this afternoon, so I have about 4 hours of crochet time, which should be plenty if I don't get distracted or discouraged while working on this. So one of the reasons I put this aside is that I was doing other things. But the other thing is the caterpillar started to curve, which is what I talked about in the beginning of this video, that the body is going to roll opposite of itself. And I've been trying to correct it as I go, but it seems like every time I try and correct it, it just curves more. So I'm trying my best. If you lay it out flat and you adjust it slightly, they all lay flat. So I'm just going to keep trying. We're going to see how long I can get it before I give up completely. I do really want this to be epically long, so I'm going to time how long each body section takes and then see how many I'll be able to make before I have to leave this afternoon. So the next body is green, so we're going to go with green. Okay, so every body section takes about 5.5 to 6 minutes to finish. That includes stuffing and everything too. And if I can keep that pace up, I can be done before lunch. I want to see how long I can get this to be. I haven't fully decided yet. Should I just go all out and make it so big? I know it's 15 sections, and if I double it, it would be huge. Now, the reason that I'm having a hard time finishing this project though is these bobbles are the worst. Like, I'm okay with making 4 bobbles for one piece, one doll or whatever, but making 4 bobbles per body section, definitely not a fun thing right now. But we're going to finish this project because I need it off my phone. I need space back. I need to finish this so that it can be finished and done. So that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, I think I already said that, so let's do it. a confession to make. It's been a while since I last filmed again. I don't know what it is about this project that is getting me to procrastinate for so long. But I want this video out, hopefully when you see it, but this Sunday, and today is currently Thursday. That means I have just a few more days to finish this before I upload it onto YouTube and have to edit the video. I want to actually keep the final length of this a surprise, so I'm not going to be showing you any more than what's already on screen, but what we're going to do real quick is stitch the eyes on, and I think that will help me to have a little bit more encouragement, a little less procrastination. So we're going to do that together, and yeah, let's do that. So I have a spare bit of black plushy yarn, and I'm not going to do anything too extravagant because for these pieces I like to keep the eyes just a little bit more simple. So we'll see when I finish whether I'll put some white on it or not, but for now we'll start with the black. I like to make my eyes really round, so the more loops you do, the rounder the eyes will become. Depending on the piece, 3 or 4 is generally enough. I'm gonna leave it 3 because I like to keep my eyes a little bit smaller. There we go. See? So cute. And then repeat the same thing on the other side. The thing with the caterpillar pattern is the eyes won't line up on the top, technically speaking. It'll line up underneath though. That was something that I didn't actually think about working out of the pattern until recently. So I don't know, maybe I'll do an updated head pattern or something. The thing is that if I update the head pattern, I'd have to update the bodies too so that the eyes, or so that the antennas line up. I don't know why the dryer keeps going off. It is distracting me though. I'm really hoping you guys can't hear it because it's atrocious. I'm not quite sure. Just a little bit of trimming, there we go. So here's where we're at. Yeah. Honestly, I think I could go smaller, but we'll just leave it at that, and I'll save the... Okay, I was interrupted, but I was gonna say I'm gonna save this for future eyes later, since there's actually a lot more left over than I thought, but here's where we're at. I think we'll just be leaving it at that. This is what I like, the more basic style. I know I could add white to it, but we're gonna leave it like this for now, and we're gonna get back into the crocheting of the bodies. We're gonna go back into our stuffing montage that I was building up earlier. So yeah, let's do that. It's done! Before I show you the final caterpillar, I want you to put your guesses down below how many sections I ended up making for this caterpillar. And yes, I am counting the head, this guy right here, as a section. So it's an even amount of sections. Leave your guesses in the comments. We'll give you a minute. All right, if you've done it, let's show off our final length. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. There we are. There's his head. So the final length is 30 sections. Counting the head, okay? Because it has to be an even number. And it's taken me a while to finally get to this point, but it's finished. I forgot to do a final measurement. I will definitely be putting up on the screen. But she is huge, very long, very colorful. Look at how pretty she is. So there's a few things I want to address before I close out the video. The first thing is what I said at the beginning of the video is my concern was the caterpillar would be turning over on itself, which it does occasionally. Basically, if I put it on the table flat like this, it stays level, everything is the same. But if I like hold it up, which I'll film a little reel and I'll put it up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about, it like curves in on itself. Even though I worked really hard to correct that curve, it still curves on itself. And that's just the nature of crochet. When you're working in a spiral, it tends to lean a certain direction. And when you're making something long like this with legs, if I was making a snake or something without legs, it wouldn't have that issue because you wouldn't notice. So that is what it is. That's the nature of crocheting this. And I think all in all, I managed to balance it pretty well. Now, the original challenge was to go up to 100, but I just don't think that would be worth my time and effort. On top of that, I'm running out of yarn and I can't find this yarn anywhere right now, and I don't want to put an order in for this yarn because I don't know if you guys can tell, but the texture is slightly different. So I like the ability to pick this out in person. I could probably get away with several more body sections, but I don't want to make any more because these baubles are killer. They suck. They suck at, I hate making baubles. I love the finished object and I'm fine with doing them, but when I've done 29 baubles times 4, I'm done. Now, I will say that if this video does really, really well, I may or may not add more sections to this caterpillar. Maybe take her up to 50 or 60, double the length completely, which would be really cool. Definitely a lot of time though, so this is where we're at. I want to thank Big Pile of Craft. Her name is Victoria. She's over on Instagram. She's the one who gave me this idea to go extra, extra long with the caterpillar. Now, she originally dared me to do 100, but that's too many for me right now. Head down in the description, start following her on Instagram if you have an account there. She is amazing. She's a really great friend. And of course, her skills are also amazing. So check her out. She's bound to be releasing a few patterns soon, and you can go raid her pattern stash when she's got it all set up. She just started her Instagram recently. She's been on Facebook a little bit longer, but she's putting all her patterns together and I'm very excited for what the future holds for her. So if you're interested, make sure to check her out over on Instagram. And other than that, I think we're good. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all those things. And I really appreciate it because you guys help me grow my channel. You help other people see my content. And although I may still be a noob after being here for almost 2 years on YouTube, I still appreciate all your support, and I definitely have a lot more to learn. So, but that's okay because that's what I'm here for, to learn. Anyways, thank you for sticking around all the way through the video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!